Hi, my name is Henrik Bennetsen. I'm the conference chair of the Metaverse U conference here, and I came up with this crazy experiment about doing these video capsules. And I'm also the research director over at Stanford Humanities lab here at Stanford University.
Okay. So, what excites you about current metaverse technologies?
I think what really gets me out of bed in the morning is really kind of the empowering aspects of this technology. I used to play music for a living before I went back to academia, and I played the guitar, and then I stumbled upon music technology and found out how this was this whole new instrument I could play, and that kind of led me to computer games, virtual worlds, non-game worlds, and really the empowering aspects of this technology is really what excites me.
Okay, so opposite of that, what concerns you about current metaverse technology?
Google already has my mail and my calendar and things like that, and I kind of feel if I'm afraid of the big brother-y kind of aspects to that, I should be really terrified about when sort of metaverse technology really kicks in, because the level of surveillance here will be unprecedented, and it's really hard already to really live off the surveillance grid, and with metaverse technology we're taking a few more very large steps in that direction, and as long as it's like someone benign on the other side of the panopticon, maybe that's not so bad. I don't know, because the day it is, it's not so cool either.
So what would be the most surprising impact of metaverse technologies on society within the next decade?
It's one of these things that's really hard, because when you live in the Bay Area, I often feel you can have what you might call a Bay Area-centric view of the world. There's this great quote of, "We already live in the future, it's just unevenly distributed." But I honestly believe that these technologies that we're trying to figure out what means here will have extraordinarily far-reaching implications on really daily life. But I mean, at the same time, I still know that we're pretty far from a place where my mother has an avatar. So it's one of these things. I think it's going to creep up on us before we actually know it. So I think that might be my guess for the most surprising thing.
Last question: what barriers will the metaverse technology never overcome?
Yeah, that's a hard question that I pose there.
They're all yours.
Yeah, because people are saying things like face-to-face will always be better and things will always be better, and yet the metaverse have often shown that the technology kind of move out of different axes. It doesn't always try to sort of replicate real life. For instance, when we send email, it's asynchronous, so I can work at night and you can work in the day and we can still work together. So these barriers is never overcome. Then you're tempted to try and say a barrier that we currently kind of enjoy in real life and then don't have in the metaverse. Well, I just think the metaverse will be so fundamentally different from what we can currently see that we almost don't even have the capacity to think of the barriers that it'll never overcome, if there are any. Nice and vague, right?